These are the best hide-and-seek games on PS5 right now in 2026. From prop hunt chaos to asymmetric horror, every game here is worth your time. Game 1 on this list is Dead by Daylight, the most popular asymmetric hide-and-seek multiplayer game in the world right now. 4 survivors scramble to repair generators while a single-player controlled killer hunts them down across procedurally generated maps. The constant tension of not knowing where the killer is, the panic of being chased, and the satisfaction of sneaking out through an exit gate make every match feel completely different. Regular licensed killers, including Ghostface, Michael Myers, and Pyramid Head, keep the content fresh and the player base massive in 2026. Coming in at number 2 is Witch-It, the most polished, pure prop hunt experience available on PS5. Witches disguise themselves as everyday objects scattered across gorgeous villages, forests, and islands, while hunters throw salt and use abilities to flush them out. The disguise system is creative and convincing, and matches feel consistently unpredictable because the map props change each round. It plays best with a group of friends, but still delivers in public lobbies, and the cheerful aesthetic makes it one of the most accessible hide-and-seek multiplayer games on the platform. Third on the list is Among Us, which added an official hide-and-seek mode that completely changed how the game plays. Instead of voting and social deduction, one imposter is tagged and openly chases crewmates, who must complete tasks before time runs out, or escape through vents. The mode strips the game back to pure cat-and-mouse chaos across familiar maps, and the colorful, low-stakes presentation makes it perfect for groups of any age. It is free to play on PS5 and has remained one of the most frequently searched party games throughout 2026. At number 4, Phasmophobia launched on PS5 in late 2024 and became one of the most talked about co-op horror games on the platform. You and up to 3 friends investigate haunted locations using ghost hunting tools, gathering evidence to identify the type of ghost before it hunts you down. The tension of creeping through a dark house knowing something is listening puts it squarely in hide-and-seek horror territory, and the ghost actively hides its nature and location until it decides to strike. Few games delivered this level of cooperative dread quite as effectively. Secret Neighbor earns the 5th spot as one of the most creative spins on the hide-and-seek formula available right now. A group of kids sneaks through the neighbor's house trying to collect keys and reach the basement, but one player is secretly the neighbor in disguise, blending in with the group. The moment of betrayal when the neighbor reveals themselves mid-mission is reliably chaotic and hilarious, and the social deduction layer adds genuine tension to every interaction. At a budget price point, it is an easy recommendation for friend groups looking for something to add. Number 6 is Midnight Ghost Hunt, a multiplayer game that flips the prop hunt concept into something genuinely inventive. Ghosts disguise themselves as furniture and household objects, while hunters sweep the location with ghost-busting equipment, trying to exorcise them before midnight hits. Once midnight arrives, the roles reverse. The ghosts power up and become the hunters, which adds a dramatic ticking clock to every round. The game rewards clever concealment and sharp observation in equal measure, and the variety of ghost abilities and hunter tools keeps matches from ever feeling repetitive. The Outlast Trials lands at number 7 as the most intense co-op hide-and-seek horror experience on PS5 in 2026. Red Barrels puts up to 4 players inside Cold War-era experiments run by the Murkoff Corporation, where, armed only with a camcorder, you must complete objectives while avoiding relentless enemies. Stealth, hiding, and coordinating with teammates under extreme pressure is the core loop, and the dread of being spotted and chased through dark corridors never loses its edge. It is the kind of game where silence on voice chat is genuinely terrifying. At number 8, Hello Neighbor 2 takes the single-player stealth and hide-and-seek concept in a more open-ended direction than the original. You investigate a mysterious neighborhood, where the neighbor is patrolling and learning from your every move, adapting its behavior based on how you play. The AI-driven antagonist makes every playthrough feel slightly different, and uncovering the secrets hidden inside locked rooms rewards patience and observation. Its arrival on PS5 in 2026 made it more accessible than ever, and its curious tone makes it a solid pick for players who want tension without extreme horror. Identity V lands at number 9 as a stylish gothic take on the asymmetric hide-and-seek survival genre that has built a dedicated and passionate community. One hunter pursues 4 survivors across beautifully designed Victorian maps, with survivors using unique character abilities to hide, decode cipher machines, and escape through exits. The art direction is immediately distinctive. The roster of survivors and hunters is enormous, and frequent seasonal events keep the content calendar full. It is free to play on PS5 and rewards skilled positioning and spatial awareness more than most games in this genre. Number 10 is In Silence, a multiplayer horror hide-and-seek game that puts enormous pressure on staying quiet. One player controls a nearly blind but hypersensitive monster that detects every sound the other players make, forcing survivors to creep through the environment in near total silence to avoid attention. The tension that builds from making a single accidental noise and hearing the creatures snap toward your location is genuinely unlike anything else in the genre. Communication through whispers and careful movement replaces the loud chaos of most other hide-and-seek multiplayer games. Garry's mod earns its spot at number 11 as the origin point of Prop Hunt, the hide-and-seek game mode that inspired nearly everything else on this list. Players disguise themselves as environmental props and must survive while hunters methodically check every object in the level. The sandbox nature of the game means the mode has been iterated on endlessly across countless custom maps, making it endlessly replayable. Its availability on PS5 through the Steam platform brings one of gaming's most beloved community-created game modes to console players who have never had access before. At number 12, Escape the Backrooms launched in full on PS5 in late 2025 and quickly became one of the most popular co-op hide-and-seek horror experiences on the platform. You and teammates navigate the procedurally generated liminal horror environments of the Backrooms, hiding from terrifying entities while finding exits and progressing deeper into the levels. The atmosphere is oppressive, and the entities are genuinely threatening, creating a hide-and-run experience that feels deeply unsettling from start to finish. The PS5 version added DualSense haptic feedback that makes every encounter feel even more visceral. Hide-and-Seek Complete Edition arrives at number 13 as the most straightforward and accessible pure hide-and-seek game available on the PS5 PlayStation Store. Up to 4 players take turns hiding and seeking across themed maps, using power-ups and coins collected during matches to unlock skins, pets, and advantages. It captures the core loop of the classic childhood game cleanly and without excess complexity, making it the easiest entry point for younger players or anyone wanting a casual, no-pressure hide-and-seek experience. The Complete Edition adds significant bonus content over the base release. Forewarned takes the 14th spot as a ghost hunting co-op game with strong hide-and-seek tension built around ancient Egyptian horror. You and up to 3 friends explore procedurally generated tombs searching for evidence to identify a lurking Medjay spirit, while avoiding being killed before completing your investigation. The spirit hides its true nature and location throughout the match, forcing you to gather clues and stay alert in a way that captures the investigative dread of hide-and-seek from both sides. It is one of the most underrated multiplayer horror experiences on PS5 in 2026. Number 15 is Deceit 2, the most refined social deduction and hide-and-seek hybrid on the platform. Players must identify who among them is secretly infected while completing objectives and avoiding being eliminated, with the infected players concealing their identity and picking the right moments to strike. The game expands on the original Deceit significantly, with richer maps, more varied roles, and improved mechanics that reward observation and deception in equal measure. It fills a gap between Among Us and Dead by Daylight for players who want something with more complexity than party games, but less mechanical depth than full asymmetric horror. At number 16, White Noise 2 delivers a tight 4v1 asymmetric horror hide-and-seek experience, where 4 investigators hunt for pages of evidence while a player-controlled monster stalks them through dark environments. The investigator team must coordinate to avoid the monster while completing their objective, and the monster player must intercept and eliminate them before they finish. 16 different investigators with unique abilities and 6 distinct monsters give it significant replay value, and the stealth pressure of moving through pitch-black maps without making noise captures classic hide-and-seek anxiety beautifully. Pacify claims the 17th spot as a co-op hide-and-seek horror game where players must work together to pacify a terrifying entity haunting a creaky old house. You gather dolls and burn them in a furnace, while the ghost either wanders in a passive state or aggressively hunts anyone it spots, forcing constant awareness of where you are and whether you are hidden. Solo play is brutally tense, and group play adds chaotic coordination under pressure, making every session feel high stakes regardless of how many friends you bring. The price-to-fun ratio makes it one of the best value horror hide-and-seek games on PS5. Unfortunate Spacemen earns number 18 as a science fiction social deduction and asymmetric hide-and-seek game that borrows the best elements from the genre and adds its own chaotic flavor. Players work together aboard a space station, completing tasks, while a shape-shifting monster among them attempts to eliminate everyone without being identified and voted out. The monster can disguise itself as any crew member, creating a tense hide-in-plain-sight dynamic that rewards bluffing, observation, and split-second decision-making every round. It is one of the most entertaining hidden-role hide-and-seek games available right now. At number 19, Propnight deserves its place on this list as one of the most direct and polished interpretations of the prop hunt hide-and-seek formula in a dedicated game format. Players transform into props and must complete repair objectives while a killer hunts them down, blending the disguise mechanics of prop hunt with the objective-based tension of asymmetric horror. The combination creates something that feels fresher than a straight prop hunt and more chaotic than a standard asymmetric horror game. Matches are fast-paced, and the skill ceiling for convincing prop play is genuinely high. Barotrauma takes the 20th spot as one of the most unique entries on this list, a submarine co-op survival game that constantly puts players in hide-and-seek situations against alien creatures in the crushing depths of Europa's ocean. Crew members must maintain the submarine while terrifying creatures breach the hull or infiltrate from the dark water outside. And traitor mechanics mean a member of your own crew may secretly be working against you. The atmosphere is relentlessly tense, and the combination of stealth, hiding, and survival creates one of the deepest hide-and-seek adjacent experiences in multiplayer gaming right now. The Blackout Club earns its place at number 21 as a genuinely atmospheric co-op stealth game built entirely around hiding from an entity called the Shape that cannot be seen with open eyes. Teenagers investigate a neighborhood where adults sleepwalk in coordinated patterns, and the invisible monster patrolling the area can only be tracked with your eyes closed, forcing you to constantly switch between alert and blind states. The tension of kneeling with your eyes shut while listening for footsteps, knowing the entity could be right beside you, is one of the most original hide-and-seek mechanics ever designed for a multiplayer game. At number 23, Hide and Seek, Seekers of the Light delivers a fantasy-themed multiplayer hide-and-seek experience with a strong visual identity and accessible gameplay mechanics. Players hide throughout large magical environments, filled with objects to disguise as and locations to crouch inside, while Seekers use their abilities to systematically uncover hidden players before time runs out. The fantasy art direction sets it apart visually from the more grounded or horror-oriented entries on this list, and the round structure is clean and easy to jump into for players new to the hide-and-seek genre on PS5. Murderous Pursuits earns the 24th spot as an Edwardian murder mystery hide-and-seek aboard a Victorian vessel, where every player is simultaneously a hunter and a target. You are assigned a victim to eliminate, while an unknown pursuer is assigned to eliminate you, and the entire match is played out by blending into the crowd of NPC passengers while locating your target and avoiding your pursuer. Staying hidden in plain sight while making careful offensive moves creates a uniquely layered hide-and-seek experience that rewards patience, positioning, and reading other players' behavior. Project Winter closes the list at number 25 as a survival and social deduction game that wraps a full hide-and-seek traitor experience inside an 8-player snow survival scenario. Most players work together to repair communications equipment and escape the wilderness, but 2 hidden traitors are sabotaging everything and working with outside enemies to eliminate the survivors before they can escape. The traitors must hide their identity long enough to execute their plan, while survivors try to identify them through behavior, resource management, and communication. It delivers hide-and-seek tension in a completely original package that stands apart from everything above it.